Script for introductory lecture and implicit bias at workplace. Hello, I am Dr. B. Gayathri, Assistant Professor of Hindi, GDC NARSAMPET Autonomous. Examine unconscious and conscious bias and the role it plays in workplace. Decisions may be the key to better understanding why diversity remains a work in progress. There has been a concentrated effort over decades to establish fair and equitable workplaces where diversity and the tolerance is the norm. However, despite these efforts and the investment in time and resources by organization and specialist commissions, progress in removing the barriers that limit opportunities for certain identified groups remains largely elusive. It's time for a new approach. Do we really understand what goes into our decision-making process at the office and at home? The last 50 years of research in experimental psychology has shown that we may not understand our minds as well as we think we do. However, we can reveal a world of hidden thoughts when we observe our minds through the science of unconscious bias, also known as implicit bias. Implicit bias refers to judgments made without conscious awareness about a person based on group level features such as age, gender, race, ethnicity, social status, sexuality, and more. Implicit bias refers to attitudes, prejudice, and judgments that we unconsciously hold about people or groups. We are either unaware of these feelings or we are unable to pinpoint where they came from. While everyone has implicit biases, the nature of this prejudice isn't universal. Implicit biases can take a tremendous toll in our workforce's productivity and may cost your organization significant money, time, and reputation if you do not address them appropriately. We are offering an interactive courses to outsmart implicit bias at workplace. In this course, you will learn how understand bias seeps into the daily work of organization and how they develop practices to detect and challenge this bias in the workplace. You will practice form strategies to avoid common pitfalls and gain valuable resources that will help you outsmart implicit bias at work. Your engaging exercise will often surprise you and reveal how your perception doesn't align with objective reality. With reflective questions, you will begin to draw your own conclusions about the unlimited impact of implicit bias and why it may impede your effectiveness as a member of your organization. By the end of these courses, participants will achieve an understanding of implicit bias through scientific evidence in the field of experimental psychology, neuroscience, behavioral economics, and sociology. Recognize the influence of implicit bias in the workplace. Identify the situations in which bias arises in daily work related process of recruiting, selecting, hiring, promoting, managing terms, interacting with customers, clients, or the public. Grasp how implicit bias leads to incorrect conclusions and decisions that are in opposition to your personal and professional goals. Understand unconscious bias and behaviors and belief of people within each culture can vary considerably. Understand that the extent to which people adopt practices of their new country and retain those from their cultural background can vary within communities, even within families. Understand unconscious biases and that not all people identify with their cultural or religious backgrounds and unconscious biases. Increase your knowledge about different cultural practices and issues through cultural background information sessions and our resources and cultural awareness training. Understanding the importance of appropriate communication around unconscious bias. Designed for individuals and terms, this course offers a blueprint to outsmart implicit bias. This is fundamental to achieving the promise of better decisions in the workplace and leading an extended life where our actions are more consistent with our values. Come join us in this course and explore the science and underlying implicit bias to allow better decisions in life and at work. Thank you.